What is the philosophy?
The different schools of philosophy, different schools of philosophy. One such school is called Charvaka. Charvaka.
Charvaka, yeah.
So according to that, it's just eat, drink, and be merry. That's all the world is about. Just materialistic. So I mean, that's also a philosophy there. So is that right, wrong?
That's what I said as materialistic philosophy, no? I'll just tell you. There are different types of those who are getting late, you can go. Okay.
One more question.
Yeah. One more question.
The other question is, you said there are different birds, right?
Different?
Birds.
Words, yeah.
Birth, as in, you keep changing your body, right? So
Words.
Yes.
Okay.
You have different words, so you keep changing your body every single time,
Right.
but you don't remember. So why are you born in ignorance? I mean, if
Why born in ignorance? I'll answer both.
because the point is we get enlightenment. So if we're born remembering what we did in our previous lives, it makes no sense to correct, right?
Yeah, understood the question. Answer. I'll give the answer. So the first question is the philosophy called Charvaka. Okay, it is called Charuvaka. Okay, Charuvaka means sweet talk. Okay, sweet talk is called Charuvaka. So their philosophy was summarized in one line: Ranam kratva ghratam pibeta. Okay, Ranam kratva ghratam pibeta. Borrow money and eat ghee today. Enjoy. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? And definitely nothing will happen after death, because after death I am not there. Okay, so this is not an old philosophy. This is the current prevalent philosophy in the world, right? Credit cards, all marketing,
Volunteers.
enjoy Madi, bindas life, okay, right? They all, anywhere you go, that is the only thing which is being proclaimed. Enjoy Madi, right? Happy birthday, Happy New Year, okay, right? All these things are pointing to be happy, enjoy your life, okay. So this is not different from Charvaka or Charvaka life. So the difference here is that it is at the what you call human being or life as a pure matter, and when that happens, you are degrading the life itself. To give an example, women are traded as a commodity, they are marketed as an object, okay, a symbol of exploitation or enjoyment. Nobody gives a damn to the emotions, the feelings, the spirit, consciousness behind it. Does it hurt you? Does it? When people mistreat you, misbehave with you, you hurt, because you are not just a body, you are an emotion, you are a feeling, you are an intellect, you are a spirit. The Charvaka philosophy reduces everything to the physical level. The life is matter only. That's the philosophy. Okay, when that happens, what you call materialism, it becomes predominant. Then there is a exploitation. For example, in whole of the 20th century, more than 80% of the species of the earth have been destroyed for exploitation. The forests have been destroyed. You don't care about it, because everything is exploitation, enjoy money. So you don't have a more meaningful life which is much larger than the physical nature. This is what is called Charvaka philosophy. It is actually detrimental and causes lot of anguish and suffering in the mind. For your kind information, 20th century has maximum number of psychological disorders which are there in the world. No point of history in the time so many human beings went psychologically bankrupt. And of course, it creates a good profession of psychologists, counselors, Okay, it's a new job opportunity. I don't deny that. But life, you can learn to live a peaceful life when you have respect for life, when you have holistic life. That is missing in Charvaka philosophy. Okay. So the other question is about, we have taken so many births. Why don't you remember that? Our mind, our consciousness is designed in such a way that we want to switch off or block off painful incidents in life. Because the painful incidents, if it comes to our memory again and again, our current life will be disrupted totally. Most of the painful memories are desensitized or stored, blocked for you to live a comfortable life. Remember how you felt when you fell down in the childhood. So much of hurt, that was most important pain for you, big pain for you. Remember how much it was painful to give birth to a baby when you have going through labor pain. If you remember that pain every day in your life will be suffering. So the nature has a way of blocking all your pains, and associated with that, along with that, pleasures also, because they come and go together, so that you can have a good life currently. Okay? The difficult aspect of that, or problematic aspect of that, is last life you went through some trauma, pain, suffering, that you can't recollect now. Because you can't recollect, some aspect of learning which you should have done earlier, that from that pain and suffering, you can't do it now, because that painful incident is forgotten. What you can learn from the pain is blocked now. Okay? You understood what I'm saying? The pain is blocked, along with that, learning from the pain is also blocked. So that's why the evolution is a slow process. You slowly learn through pain, forget the pain, again go through that. Small amount of learning will happen, again to go through that. That's why the life is very, evolution is very slow.
What about past life?
Yeah, the past life regression is able to bring out the memories of the past and learnings which you can do from that life, past life memories. That's called using hypnosis or auto-hypnosis, self-hypnosis. Even through dreams, you can recollect some of the past life incidents, provided they are actually has to be done in the proper guidance. Otherwise, it will be not. It won't be helpful. With the proper guidance, it can be a tool for spiritual evolution. People like Buddha, Mahavira used it extensively to bring back the memories of past life spiritual achievements of their disciples, so that the current life spiritual progress happens. In fact, hypnosis was discovered in India. It's called Sammohini. From India, it went to all other part of the world. Sammohini was used as a part of spiritual practice to help a person to unlearn or learn the lessons which are not learned so far. Any other questions? Okay.
But in case of spiritual world persons, so even they are in a position to have if a person in the world and spiritually and enlightened master, if they want, they can get back their memories.
Yeah, then you have to understand what spirituality is about, enlightenment is about. Enlightenment is past, present and future disappears. So our memories will become irrelevant.
In case if they want,
That becomes irrelevant.
or for his followers.
No, it becomes irrelevant, I said. Irrelevant is just actually what is the importance of your dream when you after wake up. There is no meaning in that. So you had a dream yesterday night, sir? Huh? What is the use of the dream? So you are completely waking world, right? Same thing happens to an enlightened person also. All your past life, all these things will become just a dream-like situation, which has no significant importance. But some of them, like Buddha, communicates them through stories, Jataka stories. That the purpose is to illustrate to his followers and disciples that past life can have a significant bearing on your life. It's only for illustration purpose, not a significant real value for that person. Okay. Thank you.